Hello everyone, welcome to the U.S. Immigration. Imagine holding your United States passport, the dark blue emblem that represents opportunity and security for millions around the world. You may have worked years to earn it, passing tests, completing interviews, taking an oath, and finally achieving citizenship. It feels permanent, secure, a symbol that you belong. But what if that status could under certain circumstances be challenged or even removed? While it may sound surprising, there are legal pathways that allow for the loss of U.S. citizenship, and it's important to understand the laws and processes that exist. Welcome back to U.S. Visa Updates, where we explore the complex world of American immigration, citizenship, and the policies that affect millions of lives. Today, we're discussing a topic that is often misunderstood. Can a person actually lose U.S. citizenship? This is not hypothetical. It involves real legal procedures, government departments, and cases that have taken place in recent years. Whether you were born in the United States, naturalized, or in the process of becoming a citizen, this information is essential to understand. Before diving in, it's helpful to distinguish between two categories of U.S. citizens. The first category includes those who are citizens by birth. This includes anyone born in the 50 states or in U.S. territories such as Puerto Rico, Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and American Samoa, as well as children born abroad to at least one U.S. citizen parent who meets residency requirements. The second category includes naturalized citizens. These are people who immigrated to the United States, fulfilled the legal requirements, passed the citizenship test, and took the oath of allegiance. Both groups enjoy the same rights under the Constitution. They can vote, hold a United States passport, and access federal programs and benefits. Legally, a person born in Kansas and someone naturalized from another country are considered equal citizens. Yet, when it comes to losing citizenship, the law treats these two groups differently. For natural-born citizens, protections under the 14th Amendment are extremely strong. In nearly all circumstances, the government cannot revoke citizenship unless fraudulent documents were involved at birth, which is honestly extremely rare. So, in contrast, naturalized citizens have a legal process behind their citizenship, which means that if fraud or misrepresentation occurred during that process, their citizenship could potentially be revoked. One way a person can lose citizenship is through voluntary renunciation. This is a formal process where an individual intentionally gives up their citizenship. It cannot be done informally through a letter or online. To renounce citizenship, one must appear in person at a U.S. embassy or consulate abroad, participate in a formal interview, and sign an official oath of renunciation. There is also a fee involved, which is significant. Once processed, renunciation is permanent. It removes the ability to vote, access federal benefits, hold a passport, or live in the U.S. without authorization. Returning would require applying for a visa like any other foreign national. Many people living abroad choose this option, often due to the complexities of U.S. tax laws that require reporting and potential taxation of worldwide income. Beyond voluntary renunciation, denaturalization is the legal term for when the government revokes citizenship. This occurs most often in cases involving fraud during the naturalization process, such as misrepresenting personal history, criminal activity, or involvement in war crimes. For example, there have been cases where individuals who concealed involvement in atrocities or other crimes lost their citizenship decades after naturalization. These are not isolated incidents but part of established legal procedures with dedicated resources within the Department of Justice and other agencies. Another pathway to loss of citizenship involves association with certain organizations shortly after naturalization. Membership in groups that advocate the violent overthrow of the U.S. government or are designated as foreign terrorist organizations can trigger legal review. Similarly, serving in the armed forces of a hostile nation without authorization could also prompt denaturalization proceedings. These actions are taken seriously because, well, they can indicate that citizenship was obtained under false pretenses. In rare and extreme cases, citizenship can be affected by acts of treason, rebellion, or serving as an agent of an enemy nation. If a person commits such acts, legal proceedings can result in the revocation of citizenship alongside criminal charges. The standards for evidence and legal review are very high due to the serious consequences involved. The government has specialized teams that investigate potential citizenship violations. They use investigative techniques, international cooperation, and data analysis to identify cases where citizenship may have been obtained through fraud or misrepresentation. If a case proceeds, it goes through federal court, where the individual has the right to defend themselves, present evidence, and challenge the government's claims. If the court rules in favor of the government, the result is, well, permanent loss of citizenship. For natural-born citizens, losing citizenship is extremely rare and usually only happens if there's fraudulent birth documentation. These cases might involve organized schemes like fake birth certificates, but honestly, they're quite rare and heavily scrutinized by the courts. Across all scenarios, 3 key principles guide citizenship law: intent, deception, and legal compliance. Citizenship just can't be taken away arbitrarily. There has to be clear evidence that legal criteria are met, whether it's through voluntary renunciation or fraud in obtaining citizenship. The government bears a significant burden of proof, and these processes are designed to protect individual rights while also maintaining the integrity of the system. Understanding these mechanisms really emphasizes the responsibilities that come with U.S. citizenship. Honesty and transparency during the naturalization process are, absolutely critical. For those who already hold citizenship, it's important to understand the legal framework and potential risks. Even if the likelihood of losing citizenship is low for natural-born citizens, U.S. citizenship offers one of the most powerful legal statuses in the world, with protections, privileges, and opportunities that, honestly, millions of people seek. Yet, as we've explored, it also carries obligations and, in certain circumstances, vulnerabilities. Being informed about the legal realities surrounding citizenship empowers individuals to make careful, informed decisions about their rights, responsibilities, and actions. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for the latest updates on immigration and citizenship. Share this information with anyone who may benefit, and leave a comment with your questions or experiences. Staying informed is the first step towards protecting your status and ensuring you fully understand your rights. Knowledge is your most powerful tool when it comes to citizenship. Understanding the law, knowing your obligations, and being aware of the processes involved can make all the difference.